Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I want to talk about the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is a very important space for expression. So I found this beautiful quotation by Isaac Newton. And Isaac Newton says, "Truth is ever to be found in simplicity and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. Truth is ever to be found in simplicity and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things." Now, this expressive space, our throat, is about speaking truth and authentic truth. So, when we're thinking about this area, we can think about what are the other regions that are connected with the throat. So, we think about the throat and swallowing and speaking. So, the larynx is involved. The throat is also related to the thyroid, the parathyroid. There's going to be the jaw, there's going to be the mouth and tongue. So, all of these things I want you to be able to focus on. This is what's related to the throat. So, if there's hormonal imbalances, this is going to be the area that is also affected. In this, if you are thinking about the very basic, you could think of thyroid irregularities or imbalances. You can think about fertility concerns. You can think about just basic expression. So, when we're thinking about basic expression of truth, remember that we've just finished working on the heart chakra. And in that chakra, it was all about compassion and love and peace. So, if you've spent time building that up, by the time we get to the throat chakra, we want to speak from that space too. So when you're speaking your authentic truth, are you speaking from that energy? And this takes a little bit of practice and mindful attention too. So if you were thinking about, let's say in a job, you want to ask for a raise. How are you asking for the raise? What is the energy that you're putting behind that? There's a compassion for yourself and a compassion for the person you're speaking with. Then there's relationships. Are you able to express yourself from your authentic truth of, I do like this or I do not like this? And both are important. And what happens is a lot of people are much more comfortable about sharing what I do not like. And that's just so human nature. But you can be mindfully attentive about sharing the things that you like too. And when you are expressing what you do not like, are you saying it with love and compassion for the listening ear? So from the throat chakra, there is attention to speaking, listening, and then sharing this energy of communication. So if you think about, a lot of people have something to say, but they hold back because they're concerned about how it will be received. Well, how will it be received if I ask for a job from the boss? How will it be received if I tell my partner I don't like the restaurant that they like the most? How will it be received if I say I don't want to take out the garbage anymore? All of these things, some from very simple to very big, right? How is it received if I say I need help? Right? So I know this as a practitioner. A lot of times people are less than comfortable with expressing the need for help. And this happens throughout our lives because we want to be independent. We want to take care of ourselves. Of course, I've noticed this most in healthcare practitioners. Ironically, it's probably healthcare practitioners that I work with most on a regular basis right now. And I love that. That's a real desire for me. And that's now expressed. But I can tell you that when we need to ask for help, first we can be okay with it ourselves, right? I'm ready to ask for help. And how will I ask for help? How will I ask for that help? Will I be able to find the words to say why I need help? Am I humble enough to appreciate that, yeah, I am being helped by someone? Am I kind enough to express that appreciation? Am I kind enough to express the appreciation to me that I've asked for help in whatever way we do, right? So many times, I know that in my own history too, that I was not used to asking other people for help. I could easily ask a partner, and I probably could more easily ask parents. And it's just for help for listening to me, right? So listening to, this is what I'm going through, that sort of idea. Can you help me? So nice. And then partners that love each other will be there for each other that way too. But sometimes we hold back on what we need to express or share because we're worried about how it's going to be received. So today, I would love for you to sit down for 5 minutes and try to figure out what are the areas of authenticity that you can speak from about the things, needs, wants, desires, fears, that you can express. Write down 3 things. Again, remember this can even apply to work, which I'm noticing a lot of people are not able to express what they need from work. So I will say some people are sole proprietors, so they're thinking of what do I need from this and what do others need from me is very much the focus. And then there is the sharing within a team or a group, right? So how do I share with my business partner? How do I share with the accountant? Or how do I share with my co-founder of this company that I'm creating? What do I do in terms of expressing my changing thoughts or desires or intentions behind what our product is or what our direction is or what our plan is? It takes a bit of courage to actually be able to speak. Speaking kindly and authentically doesn't take courage, but it has a certain willful intention behind it, a kind, willful intention. I'm willing myself to speak what I need to speak, right? That sort of space. And then being able to hear what you're receiving back. So remember that in speaking, most often in speaking with authenticity, it's about being heard. And how many times do you thank the person that has been listening to you for listening to you? Because this process, remember, requires the speaking, the listening, the feeding back. This communication that's happening is so important. So take that time to figure out, okay, what do I need to speak? What would I like to speak? What am I going to say? Because this is important to me. And how will I share it? How will I speak it? How do I speak to myself? How do I speak to others? Very important concept. So if you would sit down for 5 minutes and just write down maybe 3 things that you're interested in sharing, and how do you express when you're speaking? Okay. Some people speak through writing, and I understand that too. So if you're speaking that way too, how are you expressing there? I hope you'll take 5 minutes to do that. And I wanted to finish with one more quote here. I don't have an author for it, but it says, "Speak the truth, even if your voice shakes." So remember, this is a space of truth, right? This space, I can say this quotation really struck me because I will say sometimes some of the biggest things that I've ever expressed, my voice has shaken. Shaken. So I have noticed the tremor in my voice when I've needed to say something really important. I have had a slight fear behind saying something that's really important to me to someone that I think is really important. And I've still done it. More times than not, I've still done it. And it is a very liberating, freeing experience. And to speak the truth from a space of kindness is a phenomenal experience. And I hope you will experience it this week ahead or in the few days ahead or for the rest of your life. Give some focused attention to it, some mindful attention. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.